All right, so this is a short clip. Now, I think some people may not have appreciated my opinion on Superfly. The Superfly, that the black kid with the glasses. They're all kids, by the way. I don't think any of them was. I think they're probably they were young. You know what I mean at that time. But I think that was probably like 10, 11, 12 years ago, maybe. So obviously they're all adults now. Yeah, I mean they're in their 20s. Now, hear me out now. Now, I know some people might say that is the most dumbest observation or conclusion or understanding of that video. It was just meant to be a joke and nothing else. Blah 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 blah. All right. Now, here's my thing. Now. First of all, that is my take on it, right? And what I want to say is that I did kind of really emphasize that understand this video, right? But take it out, and I literally said 100 scenarios like that, and you'll see this happening. Okay, now someone watching might say, someone watching that actually agrees with me. Okay, we're talking right now. We were talking to people who wouldn't agree. We're talking to people who might agree with me. All right, and I'll tell you right now. I mean, I'm not a stupid guy, right? And you can find that out right now. The guys that would have agreed with me are probably thinking, why in the hell would you say that? That is so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna make things harder, or you're gonna put people in awkward positions with this opinion. Even though it's accurate, why would you say it when you know it's accurate? You know that's not something you should have said. I'll be honest, right? And I'll give you I'll give you my answer and my take on that. Because I was Superfly at one point. All right? That's why I'm saying that. Because at one point, I was Superfly and I knew exactly how it was to be in that feeling. I've repeatedly talked about, for months since I've opened this channel, I've repeatedly talked about how I started from level 0, being at level 1 at the most, and or being at level 1 for like 30 years. Okay? It's very frustrating. You know what I mean? It's very frustrating. And, you know what I mean? And one of the, yeah, I did kind of learn that whole baby thing, you know, the way babies cry to get stuff, or they throw a tantrum to get their way or whatever. I did the level 1 for that. All right. I understood that. I was Superfly one time because I couldn't get above 0 or 1. Even though I looked clever. Because, to be honest, in my opinion, I was a top class of level 1. Yeah, some people are at level 10, 20, right? So if I'm the best in the class of level 1, it's not really a big achievement. And I'll tell you what it's like. It's like repeating first grade every year, over and over, right? With new classmates and a new curriculum every year. It's like being stuck in first grade for like 20 years. Like, yeah, it's very frustrating. But that's not the point. I'm not looking for empathy for the frustrating part. What I'm trying to say is that I understood being Superfly, all right? But at that situation, to me, that's the reality. That's real. And why would I know the reality? Well, I know guys. I know when they're in groups, and I know kind of what goes on. You know what I mean? And I've seen this with my own eyes. You know what I mean? So first of all, that's one of the reasons, because I understand where Superfly was coming from. He's only at level 1. And there's this guy that's picking on him that's much better at freestyling. And he knows that he has more skill. You see, this is not a fight that's going on here, right? They call it a freestyle battle. It's a rap battle, and it's pretty much using poetry and skilled conversation to basically, like, in a very primitive way, to kind of, a guy. Okay, now I wanna remind you something. The primitive thing exists in all men. Okay, just like there's a primitive nature in women, there's a primitive nature in all men. And all men understand that primitive nature. Okay, so that's the fun of it. They're guys, they watch it, and then, and then they have their battle. That was my take on it. Now, I know Superfly would not feel good about losing to this guy. The Superfly is being clever, putting a smile on, making people laugh and everything. And he's clever for that, right? But this guy was gonna destroy Superfly. Let's face it. I'm not saying the guy is built differently or anything. I'm just saying the guy's further along at freestyle battling. You know what I mean? So he knows he can beat Superfly so easily, but he's not trying to face Superfly. I mean, after that, he's not trying to face, or whatever the case, he's not trying to. Now, me, no, here's my answer, right? Might say, okay, I got it. You don't need to say it. No, I'll say it. Here's my thing. I was at that level, I'm at a higher level now. Alright, so I don't really give a shit. I don't need to throw tantrums and act like a baby. At the level that I'm at right now, doing that kind of shit is gonna just make me look like an idiot, and if anything, it's just gonna make me look. It's gonna make my level look lower. Okay. Now, remember what I said. Primitive exists in all men. Okay, it's like Russia attacking Ukraine, and Ukraine gets pissed off and beats the shit out of Russia, for example. See what I'm saying? Shouldn't have used that example. I should use an. Okay, let's change the example for the sake of it. It is like, I'm gonna think of a medieval example. I don't know, Roman Empire versus one European state or country. You know what I mean? And then the primitive, they're upset, and then they destroy them. You see, that's a different situation. If there's a man acting like a bitch towards me, and he's hiding successfully, and it's continuing, there's a serious issue right now, and it's a primitive one. And knowing that he's afraid of going to that primitive level, what I'm trying to figure out is that at my current level, I am much better than him, even in that systemic way. I'm better than him on every plateau and every level. Now, that being said, we buried that Superfly thing. All right, you guys will watch this. You're gonna bury the whole Superfly video, whatever I said about it, right? But to finish off, we're done with that. To finish off, here's the thing. You gotta understand, and I made this clear, right? If you're not understanding, I'll tell you right now, you are ignoring. If you are ignoring after understanding and after this being put out, and this is real, pretty much you open yourself up to some kind